You know how when you make a joke and people are like, too soon? What exactly is too soon? Because I get that a lot. Anthony Carboni here for D News. After the death of Philip Seymour Hoffman, Supernatural's Jared Padalecki and Space Future resident LeVar Burton got into trouble for their insensitive tweets about it. There's always been this idea that comedy is tragedy plus time. Something terrible happens, and over time, we learn to make light of it. It feels like the time to joke for any given tragedy has been speeding up since the invention of Twitter. Is there actually a standard amount of time before tragedy turns funny for most people? Researchers at the University of Colorado Boulder wanted to find out. So last year, they tracked people's reactions to Hurricane Sandy and how they changed over time. They grabbed people at 10 different intervals, ranging from a day before the storm hit until 4 months afterward, and had them read and rate tweets from a Hurricane Sandy parody account. Stuff like, just blew the roof off an Olive Garden, free breadsticks, for everyone. 1,000 people ranked how funny they found each tweet from 1 to 7, with 7 being the funniest, and also let the researchers know whether they found it offensive. Before the storm hit, the tweets rated about a 3 to 4 on the funny scale, because, you know, breadstick jokes are pretty good. But when the storm hit, that dropped. Not as quickly as you would think. It took about 15 days for everyone to find the jokes tasteless across the board, and then it started rising again. 36 days later, people found the tweets just as funny as they had before the storm, but then the ratings dropped again, even faster than they did during the storm. And this matches up with something called the benign violation theory of humor, which says that we find things funny when they have the potential to mess up how we think the world should be, but they actually can't or haven't yet. So before the storm hits, it's going to mess things up, but it hasn't. Laughing is almost like a release of tension. Likewise, once the danger's passed, it feels safe to joke again. So something has to be the right mix of potentially dangerous and actually harmless for it to be funny. Too soon, and the danger is too real to be laughed at. You wait too long, and all that danger goes away, and it makes the joke boring. So, is 36 days the sweet joke spot for every tragedy? Well, that depends on how delicate the subject is and how personally involved with the tragedy your audience is. So the team asked people how long it would take them to find something in their own lives funny. Like if they stubbed a toe, for instance, they said that you could make fun of them 5 days later. If they got hit by a car, you would have to wait 5 years. That seems long. People are more sensitive about their toes than I thought. In the case of Hurricane Sandy, most people were safe and sound after that 36 days. Cities had power return, people had places to live, so a general audience was okay with it. Somebody who was personally affected by the storm would not think so. In the case of Philip Seymour Hoffman, everyone is affected by death, and a lot of people have involvement with addiction. The research team says that's why it seems like the internet is somehow getting more and less sensitive about jokes at the same time, because jokes go out to huge audiences that they were never intended for. Have you ever tweeted something or shared something on Facebook and gotten the too soon? Man, should I tell you to post it down below? Think about whether you think it's still too soon and then post it down below if it's not too soon. And subscribe for more D News.